Hey everybody, this is mzjanis of LOCstersEmbassy. So glad you decided to come and join us today. We are so to be here with you. We have some good news and some very good news. The good news is we're going to be talking to you today from the Oregon Health Licensing Board of Cosmetology Natural Hair Care Training Module. I think I should make that out of a song. I probably will. Anyway, I've been telling you how you can actually get paid to get a license to be a practitioner doing what you already do, which is natural hair care. You take care of your hair. You're not perming it. You're not straightening it. You're not cutting it. You're not members' hair or greasing your hair like that. But what a module does, well, in Portland, Oregon, if you don't live in Portland, Oregon, taking this course or being tutored in this course is basically a stepping stone for you to get to where you want to go, but doing it with mm, with ease in the comfort of your own home, etc. I'm just excited because I'm often talking about how you can make money or funds just by doing what you already do. The difference is I found out that there is like programs or classes that you can take online or in a hair care setting. You sometimes, well, the ones that I've seen so far, the people are already licensed, like hair stylists or hair gurus or whatever you want to call them. They're already working with hair, and they went to school to learn how to do hair, and then they took a test. They got a license. They're opening up shops. They're employing people, etc. Well, with this course, which is the module training in Portland, Oregon, if you once you take the course, you have an opportunity to take a test that costs roughly $45. I'll be able to give more instructions because it could have went up by now anyway, and so I'll be able to give more instructions. But what I want to do is I want to teach it or tutor. I mean, I can teach because I will be teaching it, but I want to tutor it because I found out that there's no age limit. You know, you don't have to be 20, you don't have to be 18, you don't have to be 9, you don't have to be 39. You can be the age that you are and take this test, and that's what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with helping people at the age that they are and the situations that they're in to take a test. You go down to Salem for the Oregon test. You go down to Salem, the dates or the times, the phone numbers are in this module here, and then but before you go to take the test, you have to show evidence that you've taken this module, that you've done this module. So after taking this test, what you do is you write in 505 text 505-695-2647, and you ask for the certificate, the module certificate that you need to take in order to show that. Well, the nice part is you can do like I'm going to tell you to do. You can go online, you can get this module, you can print it out. It's over 100 pages, so you can print it out. You can take the test, or you can do the test on your computer, etc. But I'm just suggesting that you take it, go through it, and then let's see, the module is based on the last page, and the module looks like this. So what you do is you print the module out. It's backwards. If it's not backwards, I'm happy, but it might be backwards. You print the module out. The module says certificate of completion. I hereby attest and confirm that I have completed the natural hair care training module. That's what we're going over today. Not the whole thing, of course, because it is kind of lengthy. Well, I might, just because I'm making a video. You print your name, your full name, you add your signature, and the date of completion. Now that's the blessed part. That's the good news. I'm showing you how to do this. And if you go to a class in order to take this test, you still have to get your license to become a practitioner. And online, the classes start anywhere from $400. I've seen $800 for the course, but it's the same course that I'm giving you. And I'm just being happy to do it. I know that it takes a while to get it done. To me, it's like when I teach young people from the Bible. I take one scripture, depending on what age group I'm teaching, take one scripture, and we can go through that one scripture for a whole month. But what I've seen being done is they're taking the modules and they're making a course out of it. And after they make a course out, which is very good. But if you have, like $75 a week or a month, or $800 for the course itself, and it's been broken down. If you don't have that, it's the same module. So, and if it's not, which I doubt very seriously, because each state has something that they can do. Okay, so these are the pages that you're going to be going over, that we're going to be going over. And it starts off with natural hair care, period. And it makes it very plain, makes it very specific. So I'm going to leave that page out just in case we get to another one. It says, during the 2013 Legislative Session, House Bill 3409 passed, creating natural hair care as a field of practice under the Board of Cosmetology. So let's give that a hand. So we've actually found something for us that we can do that basically praises us for what we're already doing. Basically praises us. There's no age group. Like I said, it doesn't say any age group, so there's no age group. And if you want to, you can look up or Google, not even Google, but you can YouTube like an eight-year-old hair care, or 8-year-old doing hair, or 8-year-old, whatever age your little one is. Just sit them down a little bit of time at a time so that they can go over this right here. Now, what I usually teach, I have an extra one here so I can get it close, is how to use a J hook. It's shaped like a J. It has the form of a flame at the top. And I show how to use it in several of my other videos, so I don't have to go over it again, because if you are a LOCstersEmbassy member, then you'll be able to see how I do hair. If you live in Portland, Oregon, and you want your hair done, I usually charge $75. These $10. I still have a few of these left. It has the J hook in it with the tube. I call them tubes. That's why it's taking me a while to say. But they're usually called, see, I don't remember what they're called. They cover your locks. I've shown you how to wear them all these different ways. And I put one of the certificates in this one so that you can see. And this is what you'll be texting 505-695-26474. You get a J hook. I call them kits. A certificate and a covering for your hair. In the LOCstersEmbassy, we usually call these, and I keep calling them tubes. But that's not what they call them. They're called lock socks. I couldn't remember what other people call them, but normally they're called lock socks. There are videos on YouTube that show what a lock sock look like. They're different lengths. Some of them are 12 inches. You know, this is the length of a ruler. Some of them are a little longer than 12 inches. So I would go probably about 18 inches. And I was on I drive, but I was on the bus one day, and I saw a bus driver in his bus driving uniform in Portland, Oregon, and his locks are like, oh, you can't see my hand. Okay, so his locks was like down to the seat, and he had his locks covered in the material that his uniform shirt was made out of, and I was like, I really thought that was awesome. So these right here, the kit and everything, just one of them costs $75. So that's if you decide to take the course with me, go through the laughing, the fun, the puns, the everything, and the put up with of me talking. Okay, there's a regular lock stock without the J hook in them. These all different colors. I have multi-colors. I think I only had one lock stock that was a solid color, which was black. That was mine. I kept that because that was the only one I had. But they come in different colors, different designs. They come in this bag, or this type of bag right here. Everyone, if you saw this, you know that I'm making hats. So here's my yarn. More yarn. So let me take out my new hat. So I hope y'all been doing real well. I hope y'all are encouraged to go further on with whatever your life journey, wherever, your life journey is taking you. These hats I call. This one goes like this. So your face sticks out here, and you put it. And they end up looking like mushrooms. So it comes out like this. And this one really, I'm really trying my best to make mzjanis hat. Everyone knows that my logo is a button. I would usually put a button here. And because it's an O for Osborne. So I'll just let y'all see the beginning. And this yarn is $7.99 a ball. And the ball is a little bigger than this. Just a little bigger. Because I've already used some. And it is so soft, you guys. No, you don't understand. This is so soft. It's soft. Okay, and usually the hats, when I get done with the hats, sell for anywhere from $50 to $70. And a lot of times I'll give them away free as advertisement. So if you would like to, and usually what happens, you text a picture of yourself, 505, your face, this the head, your head, 505-695-2647. And I usually can tell the shape of your head, how long your locks are, etc. And it's usually a picture like this. So I can see basically the shape of your head. So one, and then the length of your locks. And anyway, you all remember about that. Okay, so let me get back to work. It says there is no formal education school required to qualify for natural hair care certification. See, there's no school required because you already do it. And because you already do natural hair care, like if you have kids, sons, daughters, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, mothers, fathers, if you have anyone or yourself that you can practice doing hair, and you're not putting anything, okay, and you're not putting anything in it, you'll see that this course is for you. A training module has been provided to help familiarize individuals with the necessary information to practice natural hair care. That means outside of your home. Once you get a natural hair care license, a natural hair care practitioner's license, it tells you in the module where you can work. Not, it doesn't, like, because some people that I've been talking to are willing to take this module, to do this module so that they can have a business in their home. And that's basically what I do. When I updo, when I redo the upkeep of locks that are already done, I only charge $70. Because a lot of times the locks are like mine. Everyone knows that Miss Janice is not going to, she's free farming. I started my locks 9 months ago, kept them up with the J hook. I styled them, all that. But for the next year, I'm going to leave it like this. Not leave it like this, meaning this is the only hairstyle you're going to see, but but so to not manipulate it any more than just like running my hands through and separating the connecting locks. That's all I've been doing. I've been washing them with apple cider vinegar, water, and oil. And so it's no longer shampoos, it's no longer, because I'm finding out that when I do it that way, it makes, I don't know why, how, and the oil that I use is still the castor oil. So I did a year of castor oil and water only. Then I used the shampoo and a matching conditioner. And I've noticed that the conditioner makes my hair straight, literally straight. I don't know. And and a lot of the hairs were combining, and when I would do something as simple as like separate by just combing it through with my hand or brushing it and stuff like that. Yes, I brush my locks. I love the brushing technique. I love it. But and styling of the locks, etc. Just look at some of my YouTubes. This is LOCstersEmbassy, but if you look at mzjanis, just that, and tag it in or put it in the search engine on YouTube or Google it, you'll find me. Facebook, Miss Janice, you'll find me. But let me do I like doing it that way. And so what I'm trying to do now is to have no scalp showing. And I've started in December. February the 6th, I started the 9-month process of just putting the locks in my hair, making sure that everyone saw that the J hook is genuine. I showed all the parts where there was no hair, and you see hair is growing in. But as you can also see, you can still see parts, because that's where it was thinning, like this crown right here, and on the edges here. And so I'm trying my best, like I said, to show every accent, every situation, every circumstance, everything about this hair. How there was no hair, now there's hair growing in areas where there was none. And for the first 9 months, all I used was castor oil and water. For the year journey, I'm using apple cider vinegar, water, and still castor oil, because the castor oil did me good. The castor oil did me good. And so I spray it while I'm in the shower, soak my hair, and then I just rinse it out with regular water. So far, that's all I'm doing. And I want to continue with a basic wash or basic this or basic that, so that everyone can see what's going on. Okay, so that's about that. It says, and I was saying that this is another good part, very good part, is because It's almost like a group of people got together and said, well, there's a lot of us that are doing hair, and we don't go to school and we're good at it. And so let's set it up so whereas we can get acknowledgement for what we're already good at. And then I just read how that came about. Okay, but let me read it again. A training module has been provided to help familiarize individuals with the necessary information to practice natural hair care, in addition to the Oregon Revised Status and Oregon Administrative Rules governing natural hair care practitioners. Natural hair care practitioner. So that's who you'll be. You'll be a natural hair care, a licensed, natural hair care practitioner. And a lot of you out there already have gifted hands. Gifted hands. Your hands are already gifted. God has been putting styles and ideas and already in your head. And then he's been implementing what he's been giving you to do through your hands. The best way I can describe that is what he does with me according to crocheting. That's how the J hook came about. It looks like, well, it doesn't look like it now. Really does not. But it looks like when you use the J hook, it actually looks like crocheting. It's like you crocheted your hair. It's like there's a knot with a loop through it, and then there's a loop through a knot, and then there's a knot with a loop through it, and then a loop through it. Look at some of Ms. Janis's videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, now let's going to talk about procedures. So we're going to talk about procedures. And what I appreciate about this is it's very specific as to what you're already doing and what you will be doing and getting better at while getting paid for what you're already doing, you're good at, and getting better at. Because now you know how far you can go. It says natural hair care. This is what it includes. The following procedures when performed upon human hair, natural fibers of or synthetic fibers. So what that says is, you know how you've been doing the, what is that one? It's a style now. Oh, I can't think of it right now. Sorry. Let me see if it's on here. Okay, it's on here. It's braiding. So if you know how to braid, corn rowing, extending, lacing, locking, and that's the one I chose. See, I chose to become proficient with the J hook. So much so that when I crochet, I basically only use a J hook. Sewing, twisting, weaving, hair extensions. So that basically covers a lot of stuff that we already do. It doesn't really say anything about greasing yet. It doesn't say anything about it, and the reason I say yet is because in this module you'll find out what you can do and what you cannot do. But you know for a fact that you already braid. Some of us braiding is this way, you know, a row, right? It doesn't say anything about plaiting, and that's what I would call something that I could add, because you do that with natural hair care. That's when you make a square and then you use 3 strands of hair and come down like this. That's called plaiting. But then there's one style and it's called box braiding. See? But it's braiding. Usually when we braid people's hair, it's usually like attached to the hair, and you make a row. And right here, They call it corn rowing. Extending. That means, oh, don't worry, we'll get to that. Okay, remember I was telling you how I was going to tell you what some of the things that you cannot do? Well, not only do they talk to you about what you cannot do, and there's some things that I can actually show you, or I will show you, and which will come basically later. Okay, so like for example, I'm showing you the J hook, right? And then it's telling you of locking. So there's so many styles of locking people hair. There's the comb coil. There's the twisting of the two strand twist. There's the plaiting, whereas you do the 3 strands. You make a square apart, and then you just plait, and then you let that be your 9-month upkeep of your hair. And I suggest 9 months because sometimes, like, I remember when I first thought I was going to lock my hair a few years ago before it really locked, and it never locked because no one said no, leave it alone. I didn't YouTube. I didn't, have a journey. I didn't do all that. So I didn't read about it. I just listened to what a person said. You're supposed to constantly just twist your hair. I didn't know that you're just supposed to leave it alone. And I will always put, it was a mixture, a moisturizing mixture. And so when I decided not to have my locks anymore, I basically, after 3 years, I basically brushed my locks out. And then the part that did not did not separate, when I brushed, I just cut those off. And I was like, oh, look how pretty they are. They were really pretty. It was like, still had the twist, what is that called? The twist look. It just looked like teeny ponytails that someone just twisted in my hair. And I had like maybe 100 or so of them. That's what it looked like. I did not know. I didn't know. And I did not know that my hair wouldn't lock. But when I first went in with these locks, I just kept telling Father that I wanted my hair to lock. I was like, I don't know how to do it, but I want my hair to lock. I really would like for my hair to lock. And then I asked him for something. Well, anyway, let me tell you. I asked him for something because my hair was growing, but I kept bothering it. And then I started YouTubing, and they said, leave it alone. And I'm like, but it's growing, Father, look. And look how long it's getting. And, but it wasn't locking. And so I said, can you teach me how to create something that I can use on my head? Because I'm always playing in it. I'm always this. I'm all, like that. And so the first 9 months of my locking process, when it came time to lock my hair, and I decided I really want locks, not just twists that aren't locking, I came up with the J hook. Well, Father helped me, of course, because I told y'all the story of how I would go upstairs in the sanctuary, and I was reading the Spanish Bible, and in the Spanish Bible it said he is the creative God, the creating God, the speaking God. Remember when he said, and God said, let there be light? Well, in Spanish words, it says, the speaking God said, light be. So I was like, you're the speaking God. You are the creative God. And you can create in me something because he does it with hats. That's the only way that I know, because there are times I'll look at a hat that I made and I'm like, that came out of me? But my face is like, that came out of me? And I'll hold it up. And so they're on Google Plus, mzjanis, let me see, YouTube, mzjanis, Facebook, like that. They're all over. So it says prohibitions. So let me get back to work. This natural hair care does not include penetrating chemical hair treatments such as hair coloring, hair joining, hair bleaching, hair straightening, permanent wave styles. It does not include that. Only thing so far that it includes, and you know how they're updating stuff, but the reason it does not include that, just think of it as what you would do to your 2-year-old or to a 2-year-old head. A hair that's is still growing in, you braid that hair, you plait that hair, you cornrow that hair, you put extensions in the hair. I remember when my daughter was probably 3, and she already had long hair, but I had put weaved or plaited hair in, and at that time box braid was not even style, because it wasn't. She's 20 something now, 26. She'll be 27 this year, and I think she was 2 or 3. And so I'd separate her hair in order to put uh, to plait the hair in each plait. It was separated kind of like the square, and then I did it, and then people didn't even know who she was. It was like, and I put it like a ring in her nose, and she totally didn't look like who she was. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about hair. And so what is happening is they're breaking it down so much so. They're breaking it down so much so. So that's hair, and this is the one that says hair defined. Remember I told you there are so many sections in here. There's natural hair care, the training module, the procedures, prohibitions, hair defined. That's where we are now, hair defined. And this book is really not long, but in the training module itself, it's presented as a slideshow. So if you have it on your computer, and that's what I would have done, but I decided not to. I didn't want to do a slideshow. I wanted to be personal, up close and personal, so that I'll probably do it like on DVDs or CDs. I don't know. I'm not sure yet if I want to just sell it as a kit, a whole kit, meaning $75 for the whole kit. But I'm doing it this way so that when you get your starter kit, you should have already looked at this. Did 505, texted 505-695-2647, and then basically getting my attention to talk to you, to communicate with you, answer any questions you may have, and then send you your starter kit. And this is what I'm calling a starter kit. Because before I was thinking of doing it the other way around, putting it on a CD, putting the CD as your starter kit to becoming a natural hair care practitioner. This way it's free. If you decide not to do it, and then you decide to, what is it called? Copy your own certificate from off of the website that I'll give you later. You copy your own certificate and you go take your own test, and then start communicating with me. Miss Janice, how much is maybe 50 tubes? How much is 50 tubes? See, because then I can become, I'm not making you I can become your distributor, because there are distributors out there. But in Portland, Oregon, not too many people sell lump sum lock socks. Not too many people sell lump sum J hooks. Well, not too many people sell them at all. I am the J hook specialist because I created the J hook. Father created them through me, and that's why I love it. I love it when he does stuff through me, like make hats or allow me to do things like this. Allow me to give gifts. They're called gifts. Allow me to give gifts to people. And this really is my gift to you, this class, the tutorial of the module. Because it builds you up. It builds people up when they receive something free. See, I'm giving this gift to you free. But sometimes, you know, there's later on, you will want to come back to the person who gave you a gift to be, because you may want to be a distributor of the lock socks. I call them tubes. Or you may want to be a distributor of the J hook. Usually the J hook comes in these. I don't even know if you can see it. It's there. It's right here. You can't. We can kind of see. Wait. I remember when I first started doing that, and I did like this. I said, "What? No, I can see it good, but I'm not. I'm not really seeing it." But and then you get ideas to cutify what you sell. You get ideas, and you just ask Father, how can I advertise this and make it look inviting? How can I advertise this and make it look? And that's what I did with this module. When I asked Father about the module, I really was trying to figure out how to sell it. You know, sell this what I'm doing. And to me, it's more of a gift if I do it this way. Okay, because that way you get to talk to me, you get to know, I get to advertise my product while I'm giving you something. Okay, hair is defined, and they define everything. Everything is defined in the module. It's almost like when you take the natural hair care quiz. There is none. I don't give you a quiz. I make it so plain and so simple that you be like, oh, I know what hair is. I can go look it up. But on here, hair is defined, meaning natural human hair. Natural human hair. I mean, there are people that you can look on YouTube and you'll find it that lock their dog's hair, or their pet's hair, lock the tail of their what's it called? What's it called? Horse. I mean, so if they have other pets, they can lock their hair. Okay, so hair is an appendage of the skin, which is a slender thread-like cylinder of impacted protein and keratinized cells that is an outgrowth of the epidermis layer. Epidermis layer is, so just think of all of the places on your body where hair is. Hair grows from skin, okay? Like nose hair. You have to have skin in order to have hair grow on your nose. Ear hair, ear hair. You have to have skin in your ear in order for hair to grow. So wherever there's hair on your body, there is skin. Okay? That's what epidermis is. I'm gonna read that one more time. I would let you say, I could have said, pause and write what you're hearing down. But this way, it says natural hair, an appendage of the skin, which is a slender thread-like cylinder of impacted protein and keratinized cells that is an outgrowth of the epidermis layer. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about the functions of hair. Now, the reason I'm saying it like that is because I want you to think of already the functions of hair. What does hair do? Okay? So when you think of it like that, it'll help you to remember, or it'll help you to get some, you know how like you're going down the road and you'll see something all the time, the same spot, which is called a landmark. Well, that's what's happening with the different words that are separated for you to remember, so that when it's time to take the test, these should be landmarks. You're only going to take the test regarding hair. Okay, so if you're only going to take a test regarding hair, The main thing that you should remember is hair. I fix hair, I curl hair. It's what you already do. You already, you already want done if you're 8 years old or you're 9 years old. You already want your hair done. Or if you're tender-headed, you already don't want your hair done, and then you can tell why. Well, it hurts my epidermis. You know, you can you can start replacing your vocabulary regarding hair with hair care words. That's what you need to start doing. So you already did the procedures, and the procedures, you just remember the steps or the different ways to do hair. I had to look over there because it was like the different ways to do hair. You braid hair. You, very good. You cornrow hair. You style hair. But you got to remember to use the word natural hair. Natural hair. Okay? All right. So now we get into hair functions. The primary function, to insulate the body from the heat and cold and to protect the head from injury and physical trauma. Okay? So in order for something negative to happen to your head, your head, there's the skin there, and the skin protects the head, right? But the hair protects the scalp. It protects it from bugs landing on it and biting it. So, because normally, if it's a thick strand of hair and a bee wants to get on it, it has to actually burrow through your hair in order to sting you. Okay? That's just an example. Some people are like, no, because when I had hair, my scalp got stung, and but yeah. Anyway, I'm just giving an example. And the secondary function of your hair is for adornment. Some hairstyles actually make us look very cute. We're already cute normally, or we're already beautiful normally, or we're already normally, whatever that space meant, you added an adjective. We're already normally, but when we do our hair, oh, some people say, Miss Janice, your hair is really beautiful. And I appreciate when people say that. I really do. And some of us do too, especially kids. When you tell them that their hair looks cute, now what I use is just, oh, you are really beautiful. Did you do your hair? And they, of course, they're going to say no. And I said, well, who did it? It's my mom. And then a lot of times they say my mom. I had to pause there because sometimes my nephew does hair. So sometimes my nephew, would plait my niece's hair like that. So I had to pause. But normally, when you say who did it, a little one will normally say, and then they'll tell you who did it. If sometimes a boy will say, my uncle cut it, or like that, or my mom braided it, okay. So for adornment, and I like the scripture that says the adorning of the hair. This, if I really think hard, I don't really have to think hard, but if I really think about it, I can think of a scripture for practically all of these. Okay, so the primary function is to insulate the body from the heat and cold and to protect the head from injury and physical trauma. And the reason I like that definition is because of what I read a few minutes ago about the epidermis. Because in order to have hair, you have to have skin. Okay? And one of the things I noticed since I've been locking my hair is that chemical burn from using chemicals on the top of my head. A lot of times there was I would do like this, and I can feel coming off, and I would look at it, and it was like a black layer. I'm not going to mess up my hair anymore showing videos, but if you can look real good, you might be able to see, because it's still coming off. Let me see if I get close enough. Just in case. But so with natural hair care, I know I feel like I should be crying right about now. But when I started doing my natural hair, just taking care of my natural hair, and just simply asking a simple question of Father, what should I do? What should I do? Like me, what should I do? Because there are a lot of people that give you different advice, different this, different the other. But when I started taking care of my natural hair, and then I heard him say, lock it. And then I was like, yeah, because at least when I had that, the 2-strand twist all over my, it still looked like two-strand. It never looked locked. Like a lot of these look locked. So it never looked locked. I mean, it just looked like pretty twists. I got some twists at the ends. I can still see like the lines look like this, but not my whole head doesn't look like that, or doesn't look like the twist itself. So when I do the wavy look, that's the part that's some kind of way it curls, and then it's like hair go towards it. Let me see if I can find one of that one that's in the front. Nope. Okay. But anyway, hair functions. Okay, now this one is hair structure, and this one has a picture. And it tells us that hair is separated or divided into two parts. It's the hair root and the hair shaft. So look at the picture, because the words for some reason seem to be backwards. I don't know if they're going to show up back. I'll tell you if they're going to show up backwards in a second. On my walls and a lot of places like there, I see glory, but I can't see it in the video. Over here it says, thank you, Jesus. Like that. And that's what I was trying to look for in the video, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, the hair structure. Human hair is divided into two parts. Do you remember what they are? If you said root and shaft, that's very good. That means at least you're listening, okay? So the structure or the hair root, we're going to separate it, and then we're going to talk about it. The hair root is located below the surface of the epidermis, or the outer layer of the skin. Remember, epidermis means skin, and composed of 5 main parts. Now, this is where you want to listen, because you'll remember this, but if you don't remember it, then you can make a song out of it. The follicles, erecta pili, sebaceous glands, the bulb, and the papilla, or the papilla. I'll say papilla, because it's spelled follicles. Come on, write this down. FOLLICA. Oh, God bless you, there, minute. Hold on. I'm going to end.